Okay.
Hi, Andy.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Am I on screen? Is it? Okay. All right. Is it week 5? Is that right? The beginning of week 5, Monday after Super Bowl Sunday. So today I've got I got some oranges. I have some chili lime almonds. And I have some Skinny Pop. A few of us watched the Michigan Robot in 3 Days competition that took place this past weekend. Where was that?
Michigan.
Good job for you guys for hosting an event for the Robot in 3 Days team. The rest of us we get to see how the game was played out. There was a lot of importance with hanging, we noticed, and there was a lot of successful shooting, especially from the protected areas. Protected area in front of the power port, that was a good place to shoot from, and also the trench maybe is a good place to shoot from if you've got a long shooter. It looked like there was some defense being played around the initiation line. Not a lot of really good ball handlers, just good hanging and some good protected shooting. Probably what looked like a week 1 or a week 0 event. Some things to worry about as you're building, and some things you can do as you're building. Save you some grief down the road. Start looking at your robot rules, what you have to get through to pass inspection. I know you've already read your robot rules, but check out the frame perimeter rule. Make sure you're underneath the 120-inch total perimeter. I've been an inspector for many years, and we use a tape measure that goes around the perimeter of the frame perimeter. Make sure everything stays inside of that frame perimeter. Some tape measures stretch. Even though they're cloth, they might not be exactly 120 inches because they wear down and they stretch. So just give yourself a little bit of freedom in that area. I would go underneath 120 by at least an inch. That's my recommendation. Make sure your motor's legal. Make sure your bumpers, as you're building those, are legal. And we'll talk about this more and more, but the biggest thing that trips teams up at events is that silly little 6-inch bumper segment rule. Each of your segments along each side has to be at least 6 inches long, not covering 6 inches total on one side. It's 6 inches per segment. I do see a lot of teams checking out their electronics and their pneumatic systems by making like a breadboard layout, making sure motors spin and electronics and valves and such all work. That's a pretty smart way to do that before you put it on your robot. You can leak proof your pneumatics. You can error check your directions and some of their stuff with electronics before you wire up your robot. It will save you some debug time. Also, I did see a friend of mine. He hasn't posted this online yet, so I can't really say who it is, but I saw a robot running auto modes with bumpers on. So that was the first one I've seen this year. So kudos to that team. You know who you are. It's kind of a big deal this week. Thursday is our due date for what? For what, kids?
Applesauce.
Chairman's Award and Woody Flowers Award are this week. So if you haven't started those and you're still planning on doing them, which you are, yes, then you got to get your stuff together and get that stuff submitted. I would recommend doing it by Wednesday. Don't wait till the last day. It's kind of like being like that half-inch under. You want to be safe. Sometimes, this stuff goes sideways right when you're submitting the award. So I would do it a day ahead of time. Your students, make sure you're an approved award submitter for your team, so you have to be approved to be the award person. So get that done like today or tomorrow, so you're not hustling that last day to get all those things put in place. We have 2 things. We got a new load of Falcons in today, so we still have, as the time of this has been filming, we still have Falcons available. Come get your Falcons. And we have a contest. For those of you who like to write little comments in your Andy Mark orders, we will randomly pick one of those nice, witty, joke type comments in your orders, and we'll put an extra AM goat in with your order. So,
can you give us an example of what a witty order note might sound like? Roses are red, violets are blue. Thanks for these robot parts.
We love you.
Sure.
Yay.
Team 3459 is live building at times on their Instagram. If they or other people want us to come in there and comment and be accessible as you are live building. Let us know when this is happening and we'll come join the fun. Be safe, have fun, get your award submissions in this week. Don't wait till Thursday, do it by Wednesday, and we will see you next time. Somebody smashed my pretzels.